Okay, I am back with another episode, I guess we can call it, of Higurashi when they cry. With the lovely red sea right there. Red as blood. Which apparently there should be a lot of in this lovely little story of kids having fun out in the countryside. Well, let's see if we can load this up. Oh, how lovely music. There are the tips, as they call them. It's like, why are we wearing different school uniforms and why are we something else? Not on a school where we actually have different classes, I think it is, or stuff like that. It's like little background stories. May get into them later. Now I just want to get on with this because our dear little friend, what the heck was his name? Oh, I'll just read it. I took it a little too easy on the morning of my day off. I was totally late. Today was the day Rina and Mian was gonna show me around Hinamisawa. And lovely music. Rina and Mian was already waiting at the meeting place. Kei-chan, you're late. Sorry. The show I was watching last night was really interesting. Blame that. Oh, so that's your excuse for being late and keeping two girls waiting? Mi-chan, you just got here yourself. Oh my God. Last night's episode of A Day in the Life of was interesting, wasn't it? She was just as guilty as me. Rena was carrying a pretty heavy-looking handbag. What is that? Mian answered my unspoken question with a wink. That's right. Rena really did make a picnic. Kei-chan, after you left, Rena pulled out all the stops. It's not like I forced her to do it. It was nothing. So don't worry about it, okay? Love the little star she's got on the end of her. Well, actually I think everybody uses them from time to time, but for some reason it's cuter when she does it. It's so cute! Okay. She's been like this ever since last night, you know. Can you take responsibility for this? Alright, I am a man after all. I'll take responsibility. Huh? Responsibility? For what? For what? For all the freaking food you made, Rena. As we both turned around slowly to look at Rena, our gaze drifted downwards to the massive handbag she was carrying. It didn't seem logically feasible, oh that word, that it would be entirely filled with lunch boxes. Well, let's just hope it's only lunch boxes. Yeah. Except it was Rena we were talking about here. Exactly, that's why I say I hope it's only lunch boxes. About 2 kilos, I guess. When Rena was picking it up, I could see she was struggling a bit. I'd say 5. You're exaggerating. Keiji-kun is a boy after all. I thought he could probably eat a lot, so I made a lot, okay? And then there's the cute little star again. Let's get going. Heave-ho! Aw. Just from the way she was lifting it up, I couldn't believe the only thing in there was lunch boxes. Again, I hope it's only lunch boxes because I know a couple of things about Rena. Correction, I say 5 kilos too. I'll help out, but all of it needs to be eaten. I won't forgive you if you make Rena sad, got it?
The only thing I could do at the moment was exercise a bit to make myself hungrier. Having finished with the pleasantries, funny pleasantries, we began our leisurely stroll. A carefree walk bathed in the gentle morning sunlight. Oh, yeah, right. I couldn't even have imagined something so wholesome existed during my time in the city. These were the boonies, after all. I have no idea what the boonies are, but whatever. No slovenly, I don't know what that means either, desk jockeys. What the heck's a desk jockey? Trudging to work on the weekends out here. And if you can hear it, there's actually some real bird sounds here too, because of my little birdie. It really was a nice place, peaceful and quiet. Yeah, baby. As sparsely populated as the village was, you could still run into people just by walking around. Ah, good day. Oh, good day. Good day. Oh, you would be my Barakun, I believe. My two companions exchanged greetings with everybody we ran across. All of these passersby even knew my name. When did I become this famous? We passed 3 people, and when all 3 of them knew me, I started to feel a bit paranoid. It's a bit sad to say. Everyone knows everyone, since there's so few people here in Hinamizawa. So that means when an unfamiliar face... Wait, was that Rena saying that? No, that must be him saying that, because that's the only thing that makes sense. So that means when an unfamiliar face walks by, stupid lines, they automatically assume that it's that Maibara fella who just moved here. Yeah, that's how it works out. It was a process of elimination you could only pull off in a place like this, but it was quite effective. From now on, I better make sure to maintain a good reputation. The day I'm discovered accidentally gogging at a dirty magazine in the bookstore, I can expect all the villagers labeling me as a ledge by the next day. What the heck is a ledge? Whatever. Hinamizawa is not to be trifled with. You can say that again. Or else it's the people in Hinamizawa that's not to be trifled with. That's not the end of this nightmare. Oh, I knew it.
Of course I know them. The first person we met was old man Takesu from the Makino bike shop. His hobbies are bonsai and playing the flute.
Cute. Next we met the grocer's second son, Daisuke-kun. His hobbies are sharpshooting and he hopes to be an ace sniper in the future. Yeah, let's just hope he goes away from the island to practice. And the person we just met was Miyu-san, the nurse from the clinic. Her hobbies are birdwatching and photography. You know the names of everyone we passed by? And even their profiles? Seeing my surprise, Mion and Rena exchanged looks and burst into laughter without even looking at each other. Okay. So, I mean, it's very cute that she closes her eyes and stuff, but I would expect the animations to show them actually looking at each other. Whatever.
Well, yeah.
Or is that her saying it? I mean, Rena just changed her face.
Well, yeah, we're not like the city where people hardly know their neighbors.
Then let's try it out. You there, who am I?
You're Keiji Maibara. You say some mean things, but you're actually a kind, shy person.
It's been 3 weeks since you transferred here. Your hobbies are taking afternoon naps. Lately you switched over to wearing boxers, didn't you? That's enough.
Boxers?
Enough of that. Apparently, there's absolutely nothing you can keep hidden here, especially from Neon, I would say. Since, well, what happened in the first thing I read. Hinamisawa is not a place to be trifled with. You already said that, and I would still say it's the Hinamisawa-za. What the heck is that? I gotta read it last time if that's the way it's pronounced, because I thought it was Hinamisawa, not Hinamisawa-za. Okay. Was not a place to be trifled with. Hinamisawa-sa. What? This feels more like you guys are showing me off rather than showing me around.
That's right.
We're parading around like this after all. Don't you all think so too? That Kei-chan is fitting right in here in Hinamisawa. See? I told you there was a star too much. The population in Hinamisawa is shrinking. So the villagers welcome everybody who's new here. I thought about brushing it off with something to the effect of "you're kidding me," but I held back. Had I ever greeted someone who just moved into the city like this before? No, but how the heck were you supposed to know? I mean, thinking about it made me believe that what they said wasn't a joke after all. We passed another person. Of course we were called out to again the same way. Oh my, good day. It's wonderful seeing you. Ugh. It's wonderful seeing you getting along. The lady here is Fujishima-san. Good day. Oh my Baraku. How wonderful for you to have a lovely girl on each arm. How are you? Getting used to life here? Instead of regurgitating a prepared response, like I would have in the city, I responded with an emphatic nod. The old woman chuckled, voicing her appreciation of how energetic I was. Good. As I looked back over to Rena and Mion, they gave me a wink.
So now then, about time to have lunch, maybe? Maybe?
Oh, so cute. Rena's brilliant smile signaled the approach of an event that both Mion and I were trying to forget. We both looked at each other. I'm a man, I do what I can, but it's just too much. It's fine, Kei-chan. Leave it to this old man. Mion has never seemed as reliable as he does right now. I expect no less from the class representative. Rena, if we're going to eat, we might as well go somewhere with a good view.
Oh, wow! Yes! Good idea! I agree!
Rena nodded her head in happy response to Mion's proposal. Oh gosh. Ugh. Sorry if I speak where I'm not used to reading out loud. I actually never do that. So, oh great, a rope shrine. Oh no, this is Project Zero. Okay, whatever. Where is what's her name? Kyrie? I think the ghost in that one is called. Whatever. Cresting the top of the stone stairway, a shrine drawn straight out of my imagination appeared before us. Yeah, Kei-chan, whatever. Your imagination and my nightmares. Anybody's got a camera? I want to take a picture just to see if there's a ghost there. Oh my gosh. It had worn down a bit through the years, but the fallen leaves have been swept up, giving it a tidy feeling. Yeah, all the ghosts probably did that.
This here is the Faruda Shrine. It's probably the place with the best view around.
This place, be sure to remember it. On our next break, a festival will be held here. Isn't it a bit too early in the season for a festival? The Watanagashi isn't the summer festival. Long ago, it used to be a celebration of the end of winter. I was embarrassed for assuming that festivals had to be held in the summer.
Now then, spread out the lunch boxes. And there.
Various colored lunch boxes was placed one after another on top of the plastic sheet. It sure did smell delicious. It was Rena's home cooking. How old is Rena? Seriously. It went without saying that it would be delicious. But is it even possible to finish all of this? Hey Mion, it's gonna take more than just a good view to get all this down, you know. And there comes the two weird little girls, or that weird little girl and that cute little girl.
Good afternoon.
It was Rika-chan and Satoko. Satoko, the annoying one. Why are they here? Mion grinned over at me. I see. This was our secret plans to power in numbers. You have my thanks, Mion. Following up when all the pieces are in place. My specialty.
We just had to come since there was such a commotion. What's the meaning of this?
I think she must be about 12. She reminds me of a 12-year-old. Or maybe a 10-year-old. I mean, the way she's like, nah, 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 nah. But the way she behaves when she cries and stuff, she's like 5. So I don't know how old she is. Maybe they're both like 10 or 12. I don't know. It's a bit hard to know, you know, because she dresses like a little girl. She dresses like a teenager. So that's just... Or like I think a teenager should dress, but... Okay, this is back in the 80s, so I don't know. I don't remember. I was a baby in the 80s, so... Take a look. It's time for lunch. Buffet style. A handmade gourmet meal by Rena. I can see that much. Why have you laid out a tarp on our property? The temple is public ground. It's not yours.
Keiichi is right. This is everyone's property.
Wow, Rika-chan is such a good girl. Have a seat. Eat with us. After opening up a spot for Rika-chan, I promptly turned my back on Satoko.
Hold on 1 second. Where's my spot?
No spot for you, and nothing for you to eat.
Don't worry. There's some for you too.
None. I'll eat all of hers.
I will not allow that. Rika! Here, chopsticks.
Both Satoko and I leapt at the boxes, having it out with each other. Man, really, Kate-chan, you're really good at leading people on. You might have a talent for this.
Have a plate, one for me, Chan, and Rika-chan too.
Rena whipped out pairs of chopsticks and paper plates. Does she really make all the food?
If we don't hurry, it'll all be eaten up.
That's right, okay. Shall we commence this battle? Aw, she's got the cutest eyes, they're purple. Aw. I love purple, that's why I'm all like, aw. I'm turning into Rena now.
You're so cute.
Okay.
Please eat a lot. There's enough for everyone.
Rena said as she opened up a thermos. Thermos? Okay. Just then I realized that this lunch was made under assumptions. That 5 people would be eating. It didn't change how much there was, but the implication behind it was different. I will not allow you to have this hamburger. Slap. Hurt. Using your elbow is against the rules, Satoko.
Grabbing the back of my collar is also against the rules.
I still wonder how old that girl is. It was a tough battle, blocking with her full momentum and an elbow in the opening moves. Satoko appeared to have the upper hand, but the difference in our proficiency with chopsticks proved to be fatal. It gave me the upper hand.
The last meatball!
Satoko Hujo has been bested. Nom! Satoko and I amiably began choking at the same time, falling backwards and spasming. Oh, great. Rika-chan patted me on the head to clear it, even though it was actually stuck in my throat. Well, that's just her being cute again. Seeing that made, Rena blush and breathe heavily in excitement. It was almost like flowers were floating all around her. Mion advised Rena to refrain from saying anything that would get her locked up. Actually, I'm wondering why Rena hasn't been locked up for a long time ago. This is how our meals usually go. I'd do anything in my power just so things could stay like this. The intense battle calmed, and finally everyone reached a point where they could begin talking, because they weren't dying from all the food they stuffed in their faces, apparently. Receiving tea from the thermos, I let out a small sigh. I do wonder why there are so few words in Japanese to praise how something tastes. Isn't it because the idea of togetherness during a meal didn't begin until the modern era?
It seemed that long ago people ate in silence.
That's actually pretty accurate, because my mom says that when she was a kid they weren't allowed to eat. Of course they weren't allowed to eat. They weren't allowed to talk while they eat. That was what I was trying to say. God. They weren't allowed to have conversations at the dinner table. So apparently that's the same thing. Or it was just her family, I don't freaking know. I mean our family. Her dad. I don't know.
It seems that long ago people ate in silence. It must have made the people preparing the food a bit sad, don't you think?
It's probably because back then the people were busy even while eating and didn't have the time to compliment the flavor. That's just you.
But you know, just hearing that it is good makes me happy. That my effort was worth it, I mean.
She blushed a little as she said that.
It was delicious.
With absolutely perfect timing, Rika-chan struck Rina directly with praise. It was apparently very effective. I was trying to do the Pokemon thing here. She looked straight at her with an expression of bewitching innocence. After Rina uttered an unintelligible noise, a ring of smoke rose from her head with an audible poof. Oh, so that's what we heard.
Rika-chan, I'm gonna take you home. No, I mean, thank you.
She's cute when she thinks everybody else is cute, so that's just it.
It really was delicious.
Rina flushed with excitement, embracing Rika-chan and rubbing her cheek against her so hard you could almost hear it.
To reward Rika-chan for her praise, ta-da! These are special.
2 apple rabbits. After sticking toothpicks into them, she thrust them towards Rika-chan. Oh my god. After Rika-chan accepted them, the mood suddenly shifted in a bizarre way. Oh, now there's a competition. What is it, Satoko? What's with that defiant look?
Has everyone prepared proper praise to receive apples from Rina-chan?
Don't push yourself. What kind of praise can you think up with your weak vocab?
Oh, well then. Allow me to show you.
And then she turns to a 5-year-old again, I guess. After Satoko flashed Mion and me a defiant look, she changed the tone of her voice suddenly.
Hey. So, Rina Oni-chan's lunch?
Satoko
thought it was yummy too.
Satoko looked up at her, Totally. While talking cutesy. Oh gosh.
What?
How was that praise? That's not even persuasion by tears, that's persuasion by cuteness, isn't it? It's a Rena limited special skill. She blushed and her head spun, waving around in circles. Don't fall for it, Rena.
Oh,
Of course, it was asking for the impossible. Rena glanced Satoko and began rubbing her cheek against her.
cute! Satoko is so cute.
Oh, there's that star again.
Take you home. How?
Swish. Stab. Push. Satoko was also presented with apple rabbits. Oh crap, I just did it again. After stuffing them into her mouth. Oh, okay. Satoko stuffed the rabbits into her mouth. I just thought that Rena stuffed them into Satoko's mouth. Like, here! She looked over at Mian and me again with a defiant gaze. Oh, that annoying little... Whatever. It took only 5 seconds to take down Rena. That's unfair. To think that she had such a trick. And it wasn't even all that cute. It was just like,
little sister Satoko thinks that big sister Rena's food was yummy.
or something like that. She said, I think she said big sister Rena's food was yummy or something like that. It's so weird. That's not even cute. That's just... But okay.
If it upsets you so much, why not reward Rena-san with some praise? Did I just forget a part? Gosh. Wait a minute. That's unfair. Okay. Okay, I didn't forget something. If it upsets you so much, why not reward Rena-san with some praise? Damn it! That was a dirty trick. First of all, it wasn't even praise. I would say that again. It was just like, I'm a little baby and your food is yummy.
Lily bitty red-eyed demon Satoko is creepy as heck. Satoko, you think you won with that, don't you? Oh, is it him or is it her? Oh, she's saying it. Okay. How about I show you some guys something much better than its superficial gimmicks? That sounds great, Mian. What kind of trick is it? Kei-chan is going to be the one who does it. What? Oh, why don't I have you show me that? The writing on the old maid. The plan of attack she suggested was wicked, but it was the only thing we had to beat Satoko. Yeah, unless you want to turn into a little demon girl with red eyes. Ugh. After sipping my tea, I started talking very naturally and calmly. And perfectly. It really is good, isn't it? This is all freshly made, right?
No. Actually, most of it, almost all of it, is frozen stuff.
Then which ones did you make fresh?
Well, it's embarrassing. Do I really have to say? Must I?
From the synergy of boy plus handmade lunchbox. Well, it's probably not the box that's handmade, but whatever. Her expression had melted into euphoria. I already know this one, right?
Oh, uh-huh.
Rena turned even a deeper shade of red. The words "I can't believe it" practically written on her face. Yeah, along with a couple of other things, I think.
How can you tell? How? That I made it?
Of course, Mian had told me beforehand. It's been perfect so far. After acting like I was shy, I waited a beat. Next would be the finisher. It had your smell. Silence enveloped the area. Why would that be? Forget it. It's probably some romantic thing over there. It had your smell. I don't know if I would like it if anybody said that the food I made smelled like me. That's a bit weird, but okay. It had your smell. Okay. Silence enveloped the area. Rena's face, still completely red, froze solid. With a small yelp, Satoko also blushed. Of course I did too. I sure would like to try one of Rena's handmade apple rabbits or something. Even if this was all because I was competing against a Togo, I felt like I've crossed the line by a good 9 yards, I think. Even at that moment, whoosh! It was a Tupperware container filled with rabbits.
Please eat some, Keiji-kun. There's plenty for you.
Quark! Instantly, dozens of the apples were shoved into my mouth, knocking me over. Oh, there she did it. Okay.
Okay, say Keiji-kun. Star.
My head was forcibly laid upon her lap, and even more apples were shoved into my mouth. While she was squealing, one apple after another was forced into my mouth. More and more apples. Oh my god. I'm gonna try and read this because it's funny as hell. How them apples. Ha ha ha. That means, how about them apples, Satoko? Looks like we win. Kei-chan, that was beautiful sacrifice. How's that, Satoko? This is a complete victory, isn't it?
I can't believe it. Such trickery. It doesn't bother me at all.
Satoko ground her teeth, mortified. We did it. I claimed victory as my consciousness drifted slowly away from me, and then he died from apple rabbits, apparently. Oh, not really, but... At that time, Rena stopped her squealing as she suddenly realized something.
Rika-chan, you're not eating it. Did the salt water make it too strong, maybe? Maybe?
Looking over, Rika-chan had pulled the toothpick out of the apple rabbit, placed it in her cupped hand, and seemed to be at a loss for what to do. Aww.
Poor Mr. Rabbit, I feel sorry for him. I want to save him.
Oh, pwee! That was the sound of blood spurting from Rena's nose. Oh, it says pwee, apparently, when blood spurts from her nose.
will take you home.
She shook sporadically, her head wobbling back and forth. Then coming back to her senses, she took all of the apples around me, gathered them up with a whip, and fixed them back up on a plate.
Now they're all just fine, okay? Here, I'll give them to you, Rika-chan, okay?
Rika-chan raised up Satoko's hand like a referee. What? Rika-chan raised up Satoko's hand like a referee. After having that plate of rabbit shoved to her, she said,
This is our victory.
Oh, it's teamed. Oh. What? Okay. A comeback. I have home. I just don't care anymore. Thus my sacrifice ended up being in vain.